Welcome to EG Machinima's podcast series, episode 3. I'm Crisis Killer. I'm here with GrymRipper. And today we're going to talk about a few different games, including Skyrim, UFC 3, and then we're also going to talk about the new software from EG called Warzone. Alright, so we'll talk about Skyrim first. Skyrim, GrymRipper, what's your thoughts about Skyrim?
I think it's a great game. There's a lot to do, a lot to do. Also, you know, just the multitude of quests and items and things like that are just out of this world.
All right, what's when you played the game, what sort of things did you like to overcome first? What was your main character role in the game?
Um, I'm I'm kind of a warrior with two swords running around,
So you pretty
stabbing
much
people.
you just
Yeah,
stabbed everything you saw.
yeah, pretty much. No magic, no pickpocketing, nothing like that. Just my first time through, I was just straight up melee.
Okay, yeah. When I went through it, I obviously was trying to upgrade everything all at once, and I'm still playing the game right now. I'm like a level, I don't know, 15 or something like that. I can't remember. It's been about a couple weeks now since I played it, but um, when I play, I usually been playing kind of. I pretty much kill anybody that tries to attack me. If I see like animals or something, I kill them. Or otherwise, I pretty much just run across the map back and forth. I've wasted, I don't know, I'd say a good 1,000 miles worth of running around on the stupid
Yeah,
map. You know, when I probably could have done it all in order and not even done half of that. Yeah, I use the magic when I need it to maybe reheal or I don't know, shoot flames out of my hands at people or something. Other than that, yeah, I use my swords or my shield and whatnot, and just stab people like crazy too. So, um,
yeah.
how long did it take you to finish the game? Did you get it all done in just a few days, or did you take your time?
It took me a few days the first time, and that's because I wasn't doing any of the side quests. I was just going for main quests, and now that I'm playing through it again, I'm going through some of the side quests, some of the guilds. Yeah,
Okay. How many? Let's see. Some of the things for me, I've gone through some of the main quests. I've also taken up a few side quests from people asking for help. The ones I thought was really annoying was the bear pelts one. You had to do like 10 bear pelts. Um, I mostly stole like over half the bear pelts because I stole them from people's chests and everything. I was like, I'm not running
yeah,
around looking for bears. So another one I found was kind of annoying is the when you help the one king. I forget the name of the town. He gives you like his a lady to come around and run around with you and help you, and she pretty much stays by your side the whole time and helps you through all the thick and thin of everything. And
yeah,
what I find kind of annoying is if you attack something but want to get away, you pretty much can't stop her from attacking, and she'll consistently keep over there and keep attacking. And it's say you finally get her to stop, or she kills whatever, but there's another enemy nearby. And so you start taking off in one direction, she'll run over and leave you and start attacking another
yeah,
person. And like
yeah,
for like one day I was playing, I lost the lady for like, I don't know, I kid you not, like 2 hours. I was running around looking for this lady, and I found her. She was fighting off this giant dude, and they had a bunch of mammoths stomping the crap out of her. And I was just like, really? So I pretty much, I just stopped the game. I reloaded back to a previous point because I was like, I'm not gonna get her out of there, and I don't get myself killed trying to get her out of there. So I was like, I gotta
yeah.
stop playing this. And
See, I feel like, you should have the option of instead of just having her, okay, attacking, you should have her, you should be able to make it passive aggressive, aggressive, kind of put an option in there. So
yeah,
if you basically just want her for a mule, you do it for a mule.
yeah.
And, if you wanted to help you out in battles, then, that option would be pretty good.
Well, I noticed too that when you had her carry stuff, there was no limit to what she carried. You know, she didn't have
Yeah.
a capacity, so she didn't get the only thing I found that was kind of fun about it was when I like killed a dragon, so I had this really heavy like dragon scales and bones, and when I was looking, or I found a lot of weapons that weighed a lot, that were worth a lot, I would make her carry everything, and so I would
Yeah,
pretty much carry nothing, just enough for me to, attack things with and whatnot, and
yeah,
pretty much, I used her in that case as a mule, and then sometimes when I get attacked by animals like a bear or one of those saber tigers, she kind of came in handy there sometimes to help me out getting those killed instantly.
yeah.
All right, well,
Um, oh, go for it.
just also too, kind of the things I saw that I didn't like in the game, where if you had an enemy after you, especially those up in the top of the mountain, those those snow guys,
Yeah, the ones who show you how to do your shouts.
Well, no, not those guys. It's while you're trying to get up there. It's those furry, like, abominable snowman guys. I forget the name of what the character is. They're like a white, hairy, like, troll thing or whatever that attacks you if you go anywhere near, and they're just like they just keep coming after you no matter what, no matter where you go. They're still chasing after you. Tell you're like 50 miles away. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, there was a few things in the game that kind of were just dumb. There's a few things that I like too. This is probably one of my first time I ever played one in so much detail. I have Oblivion here for PC, and I played a little bit of it. I wasn't really a big fan of it, but the graphics in this one's obviously a lot better. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
all right, well, yeah. How about UFC? I don't have the game, but Grim, why don't you talk about that a little more in detail?
All right. Well, UFC right now has to be my favorite game. To include UFC, it includes Pride fighting, which is basically a different rule set. Pride is actually ran in Japan. They have different athletic rules there. So on the ground, you can stomp people in the head. You can knee them. You can do a lot of cool stuff. The improved submission system is amazing. Instead of just button mashing, you actually have to go through a certain course of actions to get that submission done. So, no more button mashing. The physics on it are great. The graphics are amazing. Especially if you open up a cut, you see the blood streaming down and everything. It's a very, very great game.
Okay. What sort of is there anything that have you played in the previous games at all? UFC like 1 or 2?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What's any
Yes.
improvements from the games, the previous games to this one? What sort of things have improved?
Definitely the button mashing. The older ones were their physics weren't as good, the graphics weren't as good, and to do any action you had to button mash, and that was kind of just like the whole game right there, and it got very repetitive and very very just boring after a while. Let's just say in the past week, I've put about 40 hours into UFC 3. I have 3 high-level characters now. I've run through the champions modes, things like that, and it's just all around. It's a great game. I definitely suggest it to anybody who even just a little bit watches MMA. Definitely suggest it.
Okay. How's the character sets based on like the actual real people in life versus the game? I mean, is it pretty realistic as to their actual character
Oh yeah,
type?
you can see scars, specific scars that are on different fighters. When they do their moves, it's very fluid, so it feels like the real experience, like a UFC game should feel.
Okay. How about like is it just cage matches only on that, or is there other sort of battle styles? What sort of game types are there on it?
Okay, for Pride, There's an actual ring, like you would see in, say, the wrestling shows or whatever. Um, Another cool thing is the mini games. They have mini games for training, and I believe there's about 8 or 9 of them, different mini games that you play to improve your character's abilities, his strength, footwork, cardio, speed, along with ground and pound, sprawl and brawl. However you want to tailor your character. You want to be a little bit faster or you want to be a little bit stronger. It all really depends on how you play those specific mini games. It definitely reflects in your character.
Okay. Yeah. So, is there some sort of point system or XP system to make your character stronger on certain levels?
Yes, it's what it is you do the training and you hit level caps. And there's this thing called cred, and what cred is, it's basically the currency system for the game. You can use it to buy different items from different sponsors that you get throughout your career. You get you raise your caps with that as well. You get the cred, you raise your caps, whether it be sparring partners or strength conditioning. So you can raise all your caps. You can buy different equipment. Also, you can buy shirts, caps, fighting shorts, pretty much the whole deal.
Okay. All right. So, how would you rate that game overall to maybe other games that are similar? There's other sort of fighting games, or maybe sort of obviously the previous games. Is there things that maybe you don't like about this game?
What I don't like about the game is when you're playing on easy, it's really, really easy. When you're playing on the hard, it's really, really hard. But the in-betweens are kind of just iffy. Like they're not really normal. It's kind of normal's too easy, so you go up to hard. Hard's, still too easy, and then you go up to the top level, and you're like, okay, this is way too hard. So
it progresses pretty fast until the very Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about a little bit about Warzone. As a lot of the EG members have noticed or have been using the new software of Warzone that we use now to be able to take a look at stats and leaderboards amongst the EG members, as in like versus matches of teams of single or doubles. Let's talk about a little bit about that and then explain that in a little more detail. So, Grim, would you go ahead?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Basically, you go in there, you sign yourself up. Tournaments are announced on there. Looks like there's a rumor, so quote rumor, that branch wars will be done through the Warzone software as well. You go on there, you go 1v1, you could grab a partner, go 2v2, and it's just very well set up, in my opinion.
Okay. What sort of things would you like to see Warzone do? Have you used it at all?
I've helped my guys use it, and being a commander, I always put my members first. So I haven't personally played it, but a lot of my members I've shown how to sign it up, and they're just telling me that it's very, very exceptional.
Okay. What sort of things would you like to see the actual software do, or in the future would you like to see it progress to?
Well, my thing would be to give EG Pro members extra currency on EG Pro.
So like when they win matches or something?
Yeah, precisely.
Okay.
They get in there, you play, X-Men, and you beat them, you get, 500 currency.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you lose, like maybe even a betting system, like, okay, I'm going to put up 500 points up, and this guy's going to put up 500 points. If I win, I get 1,000. If I lose my 500 points. So I think that would be a really good addition.
Okay. What I've seen so far is I played I'd say a total of like 4 or 5 games, mostly with Braden. Um, what I saw with the software, it's unless you don't know where you're actually going, any sort of a noob that would come on there and just look at it, obviously they would not know. It took me him about 5-10 minutes to actually explain where to get around and click on what. Um, the the tutorial video that I saw, yeah, I'm sure it was informational. To me, I didn't really want to watch the whole thing. I think I got to the point where Brian had to explain to me later how to do stuff. That's part of the video I probably skipped, but definitely those of you that would like to know more about the software, to obviously watch the video that's up on the EG site. It explains quite a bit. So yeah, me going on there and just flying in there and using it, I got confused pretty good and quick. Once I got the hang of it, I know where to go around. But the main thing was when people send you invites for matches, it doesn't show up like on your page. It doesn't. It's not like a live stream thing. It doesn't automatically show up. That was the one thing I noticed. Maybe it's sometime in the future that could probably be tweaked around. Other things I noticed, when you were done with the game, the system is not connected with Xbox. It doesn't actually know when you're done. In order for you to actually get the stats, you have to obviously go in there and the person that won has to submit the stats. The person that lost has then, or vice versa, has to accept them and make them actually be committed to be recorded on the site. So it's not just simply you go in and start a match, play a game, and la di da go on to the next game. You have to actually put the stats in there, close the game out. Which just a couple clicks. And obviously we can't obviously sync that with Xbox. There'd probably be no way to actually do that. What other things, Grim, with Warzone? Certain things maybe you would not want to see happen? Anything that particular that maybe was seen with other sort of things like this?
I mean, it is tournament software, so I would, I wouldn't want to get it to the point where it's too competitive as to where, members are getting heated about the matches. So, I definitely don't want to see that happen. What I do think would be a good addition would be, EG's anniversary that's coming up on the 25th of next month. See some big prizes like maybe a gaming chair, a pair of Turtle Beaches, whatever would be a good fit for a prize or prizes for that anniversary.
Okay. Now Warzone? Do you have to donate, don't you, in order to get access to it? Or
No,
was that not
actually,
required?
it was beta tested by pro members, but as far as I know, it was beta tested by pro members, and now that we got it up and running, everybody's allowed to get on there and use the software.
Do you think maybe in order to obviously have prizes available, obviously we're going to have some sort of income for the site in order to offer prizes, that maybe to have Warzone, you should probably maybe require everybody to at least donate a minimum of something. Maybe require in order to have Warzone to have donate at least $10. It's PayPal, so a lot of people can sign up for PayPal. It's simple. If you have a debit card or whatever, you can sign up for PayPal. Most of us on here are 17, 18 or older, so
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you have probably have accounts with banks and buy things online. So it's not that hard to make a PayPal account if you don't have one, and they're free. There's no charges, no annual charges, no nothing, and it's all secure. And it's simple. You just go in there, log in on the actual EG Pro tab. You click on that, donate, log into your PayPal, you click send how much, and simple as that. Once you send, on you're on the pro. You don't ever have to donate ever again, and not required by a certain amount. But I could see that, obviously in order to have prizes, we're gonna obviously have to have some sort of income. Well, in that case, maybe have a small fee for Warzone. Not saying that that would be a good idea, because I'm sure a lot of people don't want to pay, especially there might be people that are already or not old enough, maybe have things like that, PayPal or a credit card or whatever. But obviously, we don't really have that many of those people, though.
I want to play devil's advocate with you for a minute. You know, as opposed to, setting up a donation for this particular, just for Warzone, say you send $10, you get Warzone. What happens when you get a member who really wants to utilize the Warzone software, but he doesn't have the income right now to donate even $10?
Well, maybe you could set up access. Maybe somebody that, obviously, like I said, everybody in this is most of age, at the age where they probably already have a card and whatnot. Simple thing, maybe offer to anybody free for so many months, and after that, to require maybe a donation. Something could be set up like that, probably for for people that maybe don't have the money now to donate, but maybe in the near future, let's say the next paycheck, next month or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're going, but I do want to say we do have donations going on for Elite Pro members, which is you donate $50 to EG, and it goes towards keeping the website running, keeping events like the Mishimina team, everything up and running. And when you donate that $50, you get a sparkly name in the chat box, which actually looks really cool with all ranks.
Yep. And plus, you also unlock EG Pro. You can play the EG Arcade.
Yes.
And then, and also that would also count towards, if this was set up, a Warzone donation to count towards that, if that was to be the case, in the future. I don't think it would ever happen. I think we're going to keep Warzone free. But then, if you want to make a competitive gaming, but not too hardcore about it, but if you want to have competitive gaming, then obviously they're going to have a prize system. Somebody's got to pay for it. So it's kind of it can go 3 different ways there, but obviously we'll see what happens. To me, I like Warzone. It's pretty cool. The fact that you can play singles and then doubles, and then they have the I think it's on Battlefield branch on there. It's 4v4. I haven't tried that one yet. I have Battlefield. I do play it with Braden and some of those guys. I haven't joined their ladder yet on that. So once they do that, I wouldn't mind trying a battle with some of those guys and then earn some points that way. Obviously, with Warzone, the more games you win or more games you lose, obviously rank sets your rank on the leaderboards. We have the same kind of leaderboards like it shows up on Xbox. It wins and losses. I don't think kills are on there. It'd be kind of cool to see if you could. Well, I think you put in the score, but it'd be kind of cool if it kept track of. Besides you put who win and lost, it'd be kind of cool if you put in the number of kills and deaths per person. So it'd be kind of cool if it kept track of kills and deaths overall. Make a required field to fill in kills and deaths for each person. And then maybe what they could do is whoever has the most kills per month or the most wins per month or week or something, set up they made the top people to play in a tournament round at the end of each month. And then whoever's the winner of that could then, obviously, if there's a prize available, or obviously with the podcast here, we could probably get some people on here, and then maybe some of the winners, and then get their voice out there too. So, the podcast is for anybody that wants to join. So, but you know, it'd be kind of cool to maybe put up a pedestal for the people that win the most or something, just to kind of get a little bit of fame out there for themselves.
Oh yeah, definitely agree with you on that, man.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the main thing, yeah, when I got in the Warzone, for anybody that's gonna be new on this that has not signed up yet or tried it, it is kind of confusing at first. You're kind of flooded with all these different like leaderboards and scores, and you got yourself a menu bar on top, which some of those links will take you back to EG's site. So, like the home button does not mean home at Warzone. It kind of goes back to home at the EG site. So, but other than that, there's a few things that obviously need to be tweaked, but overall, I think it's great. Grim, any other last thoughts about Warzone?
I think it's a great software, and I definitely look for it to be very successful in the future.
Mm-hmm. All right, so just a recap of this week. Talked a little bit about Skyrim, some of the in-game stuff. There's different modes you can play on in Skyrim. You can go, all raise hell and kill people, or you can do the quest. You can be, I don't know, whatever, magician or whatever you want to call it, a wizard, and you can do a lot of, spells and stuff and kill people or whatever. Some people just like running around doing all the mini quests, which is fine. Obviously, like me, I waste a lot of time doing it. So I heard you can pretty much do this game in a matter of days. But yeah, overall, great game. Skyrim's been a good game. It's only been out since just last fall. I didn't buy it when it came out, so I just bought it about a month ago. But
it's definitely popular among EG members.
Yeah, I've heard quite a few people have actually talked about it. How about overall? How about anything on UFC you want to recap real quick?
I would say it's definitely for everybody to at least try it. Rent it at Blockbuster, do it via GameFly. Get it at a Redbox. Just definitely give it a try and see what you think, because I'm 100% sure that you're gonna like it.
Yeah, for those people that went through button mashing games as a kid, like me, I played Mortal Kombat all the time. So I was a ruler of me and my siblings on Mortal Kombat, because I would button mash and I would get yelled at for it. But that was
it worked.
Yeah, it did. And it's like they're like, "Oh, you suck." And I was like, "No, I don't. I won." All right, how about a recap on Warzone?
Warzone looks to be very, very promising.
Yeah.
I'm always sure that there's room for improvement with everything, but it does look very, very promising.
All right. Well, that ends our episode 3 of the Machinima podcast. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next week.